welcome. Hey, welcome. So look, first and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do, all right? Also, you know I got to give you that brief disclaimer, all right? I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force no scenario for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you going to get it through somebody else, all right? Also, y'all already know that voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time for you go ahead and hit that volume, all right? Thank you. Look, before we jump in advance, because I don't always get to pause what I'm saying to acknowledge it. Thank you so much for all y'all's love, all y'all's likes, all y'all shares, all y'all subscribes, y'all gifting. Y'all's presence is a gift enough, but yet y'all still feel the need to give them. I appreciate you, all right? Also, everybody who has purchased their ticket for my virtual course, I definitely look forward to seeing you on June 4th, all right? Also, Orlando, Florida, all of you who have purchased your ticket so far to see me physically, I appreciate you. June 17th, if you haven't purchased your ticket yet, the link is in my bio. Also, we got an announcement. Tickets are now available to get your reading and your coaching sessions one-on-one time with me face-to-face, all right? So I'm collaborating with two beautiful souls at the... Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Link is in my bio. I'm going to be in Marietta, Georgia, okay? So the health and wellness, I appreciate y'all for collaborating with me. I definitely look forward to seeing you and being in your city. So I got two options, two services that's available, all right? So if you just want to come to get a message in a group setting, we got those tickets available for you. But those who want that one-on-one time with me, it's a half an hour that I'm going to be able to get that message to you, all right? So it's a coaching session. It's face-to-face. Marietta, Georgia. I'm going to be there, all right? So I appreciate you. Now, listen. Let's get into it. Chosen ones, there's a message, right? And a lot of you may have been starting to see certain birds around you. So you may have noticed certain birds chirping, birds singing, birds' presence as you get in certain confirmations. I'm trying to tell you, I want you to realize what's happening. See, I want you to pay attention to your surroundings in a sense, because you could learn a lot from those birds. You understand me? See, I want to ask you, what type of bird are you? See, before you answer, I'm a 90s baby. So when you hear that bird, you may think of that Project Pat. You might start to think about a chicken head. We ain't talking about all that, all right? I'm talking about what type of bird are you? See, you got to realize that certain birds see certain views. See, there's some of you that had certain family that had you restricted in a sense, had you going through the blueprint that they wanted to set. So therefore, again, this could be family, this could have been friends, this could have been your employment, this could have been your lover, so on and so forth. You may have been in your head in a sense. So you was a bird who had the ability to fly high, but you stayed in a cage. You was stuck in your head, restricting yourself based upon what was in that cage. See, some of you felt like you had some type of stability. Certain people around you could have been feeding you certain lies, could have been feeding you certain illusions. Some of them could have provided some type of stability for you financially, mentally, sexually, so on and so forth, right? Now let's talk. See, some of you have family members, friends, again, so on and so forth. You apply it how it resonates, all right? Because they had you locked in this cage, but they had a few things to sit there and supply you. See, they could have had some food. They could have had some drink. They could have had a little toy in there. So you started to think that everything was smooth. You could have thought that, again, you was comfortable in that situation, not realizing that they was restricting you. See, as you go along, you start to realize that you are not able to extend your wings. See, you was restricting yourself just based upon the fact that they guarantee to have you a few things. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize something. Some of you have been in your head the whole time. So that's that cage that was set from somebody else. That could have been your father, your lover, or your mom. You sat there and thought because they was providing something to you, they was giving an illusion to you that they was doing something slick for you. Whole time they was restricting you. See, and when you was younger, that cage looked like it was bigger. When you was, again, depressed, when you was less confident, you sat there and appeared that everything was evenly balanced out. Whole time, now that you going within, now that you healing yourself, you starting to realize that when you try to stretch your arms out, there's no room. See, you starting to realize that that cage, in a sense, was really restricting you. See, again, they was out here giving you certain things. Now, some of us got children, so you may have watched that movie Rio, right? If not, I recommend it. See, I'm going to give you a little demonstration. In that movie, there was a bird, right? It was saved by a human. So therefore, that human had provided everything to them. But that bird didn't know how to fly. See, that bird thought that they was a human too. So therefore, they was eating, they was seeing certain things, they was just getting by. But all of a sudden, the opportunity presented itself. Somebody needed their help. See, they needed to birth other bluebirds too. So they had to move locations. They had to see new views. See, when that bird was with that human, it didn't know how to fly. Again, it was getting fed, it was getting toys, but it was just getting by. See, all of a sudden, as they went on this journey, they connected with other birds too. Those birds had the ability to fly. They had seen different views. However, that blue bird didn't see that. So it had to walk instead. See, it prolonged this journey because it chose to use its legs. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize something. You have been restricted based upon the situation that you was in. You was restricted based upon the people that you was surrounding yourself with. See, I want you to realize that those people chose not to spread their wings and fly. They chose to use their legs. They was just getting by, so therefore they wanted you to walk with them. See, you could have been where you was intended to go, but you ain't know how to listen. You ain't even know how to fly. You, again, was settling in a sense. You was just getting by. You was prolonging your misery. You was pausing your progression when really you had the ability to get there and back quicker. But you didn't learn that lesson. See, now you starting to realize that things is not always how it appears to be. See, those birds had the ability to fly, but they was limiting themselves because that other bird chose to use his feet. See, you sat there and had opportunities, chosen ones, and you passed them over. You was settling for this person that was barely doing for you. You was settling for this person no matter how they treated you. You was settling with those friendships, with those pessimistic minds, those people that never thought positive about their lives, those people that always complained about how this person did this or that person did that, but they chose to continue to go back. See, we not doing that no more. You understand me? See, you was prolonging your journey to where you was trying to go based upon the fact that you was limiting yourself with these individuals who never wanted to grow. We not doing that. So again, you starting to realize when you was younger, that blueprint that they set, you may have been complacent with it. See, when you was younger, it may have seemed like it was a bigger picture. See, now that you getting older, now that you getting bolder, now that you getting your confidence, now you starting to see certain things and you healed you within. Now you realizing that you outgrowing that cage that they try to place you in. It was all in your mind. See, sometimes you have to realize that your mind is the manifester. So if you keep being complacent, if you keep settling for this stagnant shit, if you keep connecting with these individuals that, again, are comfortable with what they get, you never going to see the things that you need to see. See, in that cage, you was content. You was restricted in a sense, but you needed to get to higher grounds. Now we going to talk about it. Let me give you a little rundown, right? So let me give you some information pertaining to birds and how it applies to you, right? See, You know how you see certain birds flying high. They flying real high in the sky. They circling around. They ain't even flapping their wings no more. They just riding them wind, right? See, I want you to realize there's a few reasons on why they do it. See, when birds typically fly high, they are conserving energy. When birds fly high, they have certain sight on the vicinity. See, when birds fly high, they no longer struggling to get by. They just coasting in a sense. See, just like those birds, you had to raise your vibration too. See, you had to realize that, again, there was other views. See, you had to raise your vibration, raise your confidence. You had to truly go within and heal yourself. You truly then again had to get through that difficult wind so that you can ride it out. See, chosen ones, the closer that you get to God, the closer that you get to divine. And again, my God may be your job, maybe your Allah, but when we describe the person, we talking about the same person, right? Oh, all right. So look, birds tend to, when you see birds flying real high and they just coasting, you seeing their wings is extended. They ain't having to move them though. They still in motion. See, when you get to that higher ground, raise your vibrations, you ain't got to put so much work in. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, you started to realize certain things when you went within. See, these birds that are lower to the ground, I want you to realize what's happening. See, when you see birds closer to the ground, that signifies that there's a storm that's coming. See, I want you to realize when you see people closer to the ground, that means their vibration is down. That means they acting karmic. They acting spiteful. They acting evil. They sitting there doing things towards you, so on and so forth. Those lower level energies, they got to use a lot of energy in order to, again, get by. When you see birds close to the ground, they barely surviving. See, you seen certain people around you who was low vibrational too. You seen certain people around you that, again, was limiting their view. You had to raise your vibration, and now you not all messed up. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, all you had to do was stand your ass up. You no longer settling. See, when you raise your vibration and when you, again, are no longer complacent to where you stay in, you're going to start to see different views. Also, you got to realize some birds fly high so that they can see certain predators that's trying to attack them too. See, chosen ones, you got to reserve your energy. You can no longer be out here entertaining your enemies. You can no longer be matching energy either. You maintain yours. See, it takes more energy for people to be lower vibrational. It takes more energy for people to be low to the ground. It takes more energy out those birds when they out here close to the ground flying around. Nah, they got steady, always flap their wings. See, when you raise your vibration, you get to coast on God's energy in a sense. So that means, again, you riding God's wave. You letting God guide you. You letting God guard you. See, you now see certain views that you wouldn't have seen had you stayed limited with those individuals too. Had you stayed in that cage, you would have been complacent too. Had you stayed in that cage, you wouldn't have realized until you realized that you had outgrew it. See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, birds teach you a lot. See, I want to give you another rundown pertaining to birds, right? So birds also, everybody always assumes that birds have nests. That ain't true. See, I want you to realize that birds don't build that nest until they already have produced. See, I want you to realize that certain birds, again, only build their nest when they about to give birth to some things, right? So let me tell you how that applies to you. See, I want you to realize that sometimes you put too much unnecessary pressure on you. You feel like you got to build this up before you can sit there and make certain choices that you want to do. Some people say, oh, nah, I can't have children for that money comes through. Oh, I can't be in a relationship until I have this, or I can't be in this until I do that. You have yourself in a lacking mentality. See, birds go out there and breed. but they trust in their ability to build that nest before they conceive it, see, or before they produce it, before they even lay those eggs. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize that throughout life, you've been planting certain seeds within. See, I want you to realize that certain times you just got to go and coast it. You understand me? See, you don't have to have all of these things before you can, again, make certain moves. A lot of you are limiting yourself, but you can learn a lot about those birds by finding out about you, chosen ones. So birds don't even have nests. They trust their senses in a sense. So therefore, when they sit there and feel a change in the wind, they know that that storm's going to come. See, a lot of the birds know certain information about the weather before those weathermen do. A lot of those birds can teach you how to prepare for a storm. You understand me? So you got to pay attention to your views. See, chosen ones. Birds don't build nests just to build them. They build it when they about to lay those eggs. See, birds don't even be in their nest in a sense when it's a rainy day. See, what they do is take cover. They get under something that's thick. See, that's why a lot of them go into certain forests, go into certain trees, so on and so forth. That's equivalent to you going in. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, when you seen certain changes in the wind, when you energetically felt those things before they physically started to come in, when you sat there and trusted your intuition and your discernment, not realizing that God will have you feel something before you see something. That's to save you from what other individuals tend to do to you. He's giving you warnings to sit there and change your approach and change your view. See, chosen ones, when you seen that storm come in, you sat there and collected your food, you collected certain things, you listened to what God told you to do, then all of a sudden you sat there when those rain comes, you took cover. That means you went under God in a sense. You allowed, sorry babies, you allow God to sit there and provide that coverage. You understand me? So I want you to realize, chosen ones, when everything seems like it's changing, I want you to realize with certain times that it starts raining, what do? You take cover under God's protection and he got you. You raise your vibrations too, because I want you to realize that certain air is more dense. So therefore you can make certain moves. See, chosen ones, you can learn a lot about birds. You understand me? You can learn a lot about yourself from birds. So therefore, again, don't sit there and wait to the last minute to sit there and move locations. Don't sit there and wait to the last minute to sit there and change places. See, I want you to know that when you trust your intuition, when you use your discernment, when you listen to what God's telling you to do, you're going to see certain things happen. Pay attention, chosen ones. You understand me? I want you to know that. So as you see certain birds, they squawking. Some of them is wilding. Some of them fighting over food. You know that you don't got to do that because God provides for you. You know that you just got to change locations and you're not being complacent. You know that certain things is going to come through. So while you see these other birds fighting, these bird brain individuals, these chicken heads like Project Peckman told us about, when you see these other individuals again that are complacent and content with going without, that they are here little scavengers in a sense, you know what's going to happen to them. So therefore you don't even worry about them. You get to higher ground. You understand me? So, chosen ones, let me try to finesse this so that we good again. Hold on. Because you know how that go. All right, we good. All right, cool. So, chosen ones, what type of bird are you? Are you the one that's going to be fighting with these other birds for this petty ass food? They out here, these crows in a sense, that are out here fighting for somebody else's trash? Or are you going to be somebody that could provide for you? Are you going to be somebody who changes your view? Are you going to know that, again, these other birds is fighting for this foul ass, rotten ass food, whereas you could go to a different location and be eating fresh fruit? See, chosen ones, you better change your perspective. You understand me? You better change your perspective. You're going to hear birds squawking. You're going to hear birds wilding. You're going to see certain birds that, again, they ruffle their feathers. They feeling a certain type of way. They don't have nothing to do with you. You heard me. So get to higher ground. Raise your vibrations right now. Spread your wings and start to fly. Stop allowing people to restrict you where you settling with just getting by. See, you need to change your perspective. You need to stop caging your mind in a sense. You got to know that there's other views for you to see. There's other things that you need to be. There's other things that, again, God got for you. And he got special treats, but sometimes you just stay complacent. But we not doing that no more. So a lot of you are going to end up, and let me say how this applies to you too. A lot of you are going to be forced out of that situation that you in. You're going to be forced to move. See, when you sit there and applying for this place around the place that you used to stay, you applying to this place thinking that, again, certain things is going to happen still. Nah. I want you to realize that you're not getting approved for those places because you settling with just getting by. God wants you to raise your vibration, see new views. So a lot of you going to be moving out of that city that you used to. A lot of you are going to no longer be stuck in the house as well. It's time for you to spread your wings. It's time for you to prevail. It's time for you to find you. It's time for you to learn your truths. It's time for you to, again, sit there and move as God's guiding you. So if you're starting to realize that everything around you is starting to go down in a sense, that's because God wants you to raise your vibration. He wants you to spread your wings. If you starting to realize that certain things are starting to slow down, God's about to give you momentum. You just going to have to move around. See, chosen ones, you had a choice. See, you could have either left them or God's going to have them leave you. You can either move before that storm comes or that storm's going to be forced to change your view. See, you can go the easy way or you can go the hard way. It's up to you. You can sit there and keep spreading your wings, flapping, keep going here, going there, and still be lacking. Or you could raise your vibration and just coast with God. You could really raise your vibration and get that rise. See, chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, the change is here. Everything that you used to is no longer going to work for you. That person, not going to work. Them people, them friends, not going to work. That surrounding you in is not going to work. You sat there and felt intuitively. You felt your discernment too. God told you that the storm was coming. So therefore it's time for you to change your views. And you got to higher ground. Now you starting to see that too. And now you going to see how God rewards you for listening to what he told you to. It's simple as that. You got to realize that lack mentality was that trap. That was them telling you that this cage is okay based upon what they could provide for you. Oh, this cage is all right because they providing food. Oh, this cage is all right because they sexually providing to you. Oh, this cage was all right because, again, they give you a little bit of stuff to make you seem like you really good when you ain't. See, chosen ones, we no longer doing that. So you going to realize, too, a lot of y'all are going to, thank you, baby. A lot of y'all going to be celibate. That's beautiful. A lot of you, again, are going to start feeling certain changes in your appetite too. Certain food ain't even going to taste the same based upon the fact that you starting to pour into you. Your appetite's going to change. You're not going to be settling for that fast food. See, I want to put some things in perspective, right? Settling for that fast food means, again, you were settling for that person that temporarily pleased you. You were settling for that job that truly acted like they ain't need you. You were settling for that family dynamic, but when they only gave you attention when they needed you. See, you were settling, right? But one thing is for sure, after you eat fast food, you not full. After you eat fast food, you're going to have to spend some more money to sit there and fulfill your appetite, right? See, had you been patient and went to the store and got certain supplies in a sense, you could have prepared your meal. Yeah, it could have took a little bit more time, but you knew you was going to have leftovers after leftovers after leftovers, and you was going to feel fulfilled inside. See, you no longer settling for that so-so shit. It don't even hit the same. See, you going to be like, damn, what they do changed up a few things. Nah, the change is happening within you. The change always starts within you. See, you no longer settling for less, so therefore God's going to have certain changes happen around you. See, Your appetite's changing. Your confidence is changing. See, a lot of y'all, you know how off let me see. You know how off of Waiting to Exhale, right? When shorty with the close cut, how she sees so-and-so watching her walk away and she starts to strut her stuff. See, you starting to get confidence again. See, just like that movie, she was settling for a partner who ain't even like women. She was settling for a partner who ain't even like her. See, all of a sudden, when she truly showed her true side and seen that other masculine liked what she had, you see how that confidence came up? How she start walking and strutting when she was, how Tupac say, put a little switch in her hips because I'm watching. That's what she start doing, right? A lot of you are starting to break out your shell, chosen ones. You, again, the old you used to, before you was hurt, you used to be confident about you. Before you was hurt, you sat there and gave certain props to you. But then that old partner that you was with drained that out of you. That old partner made you feel insecure about you. That old partner made you not even feel like you could dress yourself up in a sense. You ain't even want to go out and have fun. You ain't even want to go find no friends. Now, all of a sudden, now that you got them detox out your system, because out of mind and out of sight, you no longer acknowledge them, they no longer exist. So therefore, if they no longer exist, that means the insecurities that they instill with you don't exist too. See, now you starting to feel confident again about you. Now you starting to dress up. Now you starting to feel your shape. Now you starting to change your ways. Now you starting to change your space. Now you starting to try new things out again, not for them or not based upon who you trying to attract. You doing that because you truly feel that within. See, your confidence is coming back. Those old partners, again, had you feeling limited. That was that trap. They had you in a cage and thought because they fed you this or fed you that, you wasn't going to spread your wings. Man, we no longer doing all that. So I want you to realize, chosen ones, you're going to see a change in the scene. You're going to feel energetically different. You're going to be spreading your wings. You no longer limited. Now you flying high. Now you starting to soar. And other people are noticing you too. Because you damn sure got that shit going on. I'm trying to tell you. So go out. I want you to use your discernment, though. Use your intuition. That means you don't go to those hole-in-the-wall places. You don't go to those places where it don't feel safe. You don't go to those places with people with negative auras and energy to them. Nah. You raise your vibrations. You raise so high that you know that the individuals that's flying around you deserve to be there. They coasting off of God too. See, you're not going to be out here with these bird brain people who out here fighting for some food, some shit that again is soil to somebody else's trash. Nah, we not doing that. You are raising your vibrations. So as you raise your vibrations, you know that everybody that's surrounding you is now going to be a part of your soul tribe crew. You know that they put in the work just like you. You know that they, again, it took time for them to flap their wings to get that high. Now they get to coast too. You better be raising your vibration. And you're going to see. You no longer being complacent. You no longer, again, settling for less. So those people that are dramaed out or content with that hot ass mess, people that always call you to talk about other individuals, but they ain't look themselves in the mirror because you like, damn, you are just like so-and-so too. We no longer doing that. So people who's calling you to be dramaed out, people who's out here running their mouth, those people that, again, want you to be in a partnership just like them because they settle for a so-so ass individual. So they want you to settle too. Those people that are telling you, oh, that job provides, but it messes with your peace. You don't trust those type of people. You don't sit there and settle with people who give up their morals for monetary gain. You don't sit there and settle with people who are settling for other things. You make sure that those people who positively challenge you, those people that, again, want to be a benefit to you too, that put in the work so that they can strive high just like you too, those are the people that you surround yourself around, chosen ones. You understand me? Because, again, those other bird brain individuals, they gonna fight you. They gonna try to take you out to get some food, to settle for less. We not doing that shit. You raise your vibrations. You heard me. I'm trying to tell you. Know that. You heard me. So, chosen ones, I just want you to know and ask yourself, what type of bird are you? Are you the type of bird that preys on other individuals? Or are you the type of bird that can sit there and find your fruit? Are you the chosen one who again raise your vibrations that you no longer got to put all that work in? Now you just coasting. Now you just floating. I'm trying to tell you, you did the hard work. That was you to get to that height. That was you raising your vibration. That was you putting in that good fight. That was you again spreading your light so high that now you get to soar on God. See, I'm trying to tell you, God got you. He up under them wings. Anytime you thought that you was going to fall and sit there and reach your demise, he sat there and caught you. He raised your vibration and you started to stride. See, you going to start to see everything coming together. You got to change your mentality though. Because a lot of you don't even realize that you connecting with your true soul tribe. You're not realizing that there's people around you that now want to make things easier for you, but you so used to people making it difficult that you scared to accept them. You scared to have them invested. See, nah, we not doing that. That's the devil projected. That's the devil trying to project you and sit there and get you out of the blessings that God has for you. You know that you earned this love. You better embrace that. You know that you earned that position. You better embrace that. You know that you earned this confidence that you got now. You better embrace that. You know that you earned this finances that you starting to get. You better embrace that. You understand me? Don't allow the devil to finesse you to make you feel like you got to limit you or that everybody that you come in contact with is just going to be like those individuals. It's not. Don't believe that hype. You heard me. Don't believe that shit. This is your season for things to be easier for you, but you just got to be letting your guard down to it. See, you had your guard up so much based upon your surroundings, and you starting to realize that you only had to be on guard with these people that was trying to harm you. But the people that are your true soul tribe crew that are really speaking love, light, and abundance into you, they are here to protect you too. They here to invest in you. They here because they got something to offer you, and they see that you got to offer too. Whereas these past people was out here trying to offer you to the devil so that they could see certain views. We not doing that. You hear me? So I want you to realize, chosen ones, that magic that they did, that mental manipulation that they was doing, that shit no longer can have access to you. It no longer has a hold of you. The only thing restricting you is the fact that you staying in that cage and not wanting to see new views. That's it. That shit don't work. I'm telling you, that magic they did don't work. That manipulation they did don't work. That them binds that they try to place on you, that shit been clipped. You understand me? But they trying to make you feel or project on you to feel like they still got a hold of you, when really if you look down, you'll realize that you on higher ground. These individuals couldn't even get to you. You understand me? They not built like that. The things that they were sending to you had fallen back into them. They fell into their own trap. See, they thought that they was on a David and Goliath tip. They thought that all that magic, all those lies, all that manipulation, all that belittlement, they thought that that shit was going to hit you. Whole time, they didn't even have enough power behind them like you. See, you got God, which is that extra fling. That means that, again, that one seed that you had or that one stone that you had, it truly can have some force behind it and knock down some things. See, chosen ones, they thought that, again, they had the ability to do the things that you do. They thought they had the ability to throw certain stones at you. They thought they had the ability to project certain things and keep you bound. Whole time they didn't realize that they didn't have the ability to make those moves. They not built like that. You heard me? So I want you to realize, you know how you throw something up and all of a sudden it come down? Everything that they sent to you is now what they starting to experience now. That partner that put you down all those years, now they feeling bad about themselves. See, those people that try to financially take from you, now those people are needing help. Those people that, again, spread lies on you, now those lies is getting exposed. See, I want you to realize that you don't even focus on them because they can't go the same places that you can go. See, I want you to realize that they try to have you you chop down pieces of you because they knew that they would never reach the heights as you. They knew that they wasn't the type of plant that could prosper. They knew that, again, they couldn't provide no harvest. They knew that they didn't have certain gifts like you. So what did they try to do but project that energy on you so you kept limiting you to? Oh, nah. These bird brain individuals try to make it seem like you couldn't fly because they didn't know how to stretch their wings out to see certain heights. Nah. You ain't falling for that shit no more. So you better get your ass up. You better go take certain trips. I don't care if you only get a day or so to do it. You better do that shit. I don't care if you don't feel comfortable wearing this yet. You better put that shit on and allow people to compliment. Man, I'm trying to tell you. You don't realize that things is not how it used to be. You not even the same individual. So you going to start to see certain people are going to willingly want to help you. People are going to willingly see the God in you. People are willingly going to see certain things that you have the ability to do. You not the same person that you was when you knew those so-so ass individuals. See, you met them when you were still healing. You met them when you were still growing. You met them when, again, you didn't even know you. So who did they really know then? Nobody. Hit them with that key sweat. Nobody. They ain't know you. Because when you knew them, you ain't even know you. So you better get on your shit. Go out. Sit there and embrace yourself. You don't sit there and wait for other people to want to go out with you. You got to be willing to go out on these dolo trips too. You got to be willing to pop out even if nobody pops out with you, knowing that when you go to these locations that really feel drawn to you, you going to mess around and meet your soul tribe crew there. You hear me? So do things that you naturally like to do. You like to paint, go to a place that paints. You like to sip, go to a place that sips. You like to smoke, go to a place that smokes. You like to dance, go to a place that dances. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to find your true tribe by doing the things that you naturally like to do inside, that you're not limiting yourself based upon who you previously was with. Because you was limited some shit that they ain't even know why they liked it. You hear me? So embrace this journey. None of that shit no longer works. And I know you feel your energy coming back. I know you, again, some of y'all may have been exhausted a few days, but that's because you've been running through your soul tribe's mind all night. I'm trying to tell you, you no longer exhausted about people sitting there energetically attacking you. You sitting there exhausted because all your energy's coming back to you. You exhausted because people been speaking about you entering certain rooms that you haven't even went through yet. You understand me? So if you feeling tired, it's because a blessing is coming and God wants you to recharge. Thank you, babies. You hear me? I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. You used to be energetically attacked, so that's why you felt in lack. But now you starting to feel exhausted because God wants you to get your rest. God wants you to prepare for this move that you about to do. God wants you to prepare for this journey. See, again, what do birds do? Birds fly high because, again, that saves their energy for their trip that they about to take. You know how you see them ducks flying together? They form that little shape that they so high, they just soaring. They not flying all over the place. That's because, again, they flying high so that wind can give them that ride. So therefore, they ain't got to do as much work. Because they got longevity. They got a long trip to take. See, this blessings that's coming in, this abundance that's coming in, these seasons that you about to be surrounded with, these people that going to be pouring love into you, these opportunities that's getting presented to you, this ain't no shit that's going to disappear tomorrow. This shit's going to stick to you. This ain't no fast food. This that meal that was meant for you. You understand me? So therefore, take your time. Enjoy this ride. Embrace these experiences because God wants you to coast. God wants you to float. God wants you to know that this is something that's going to last forever. How they say forever, ever. Yeah, baby. You hear me? Don't rush into no relationships. You ain't got to do that because you know who your partner is. And if you don't, they about to present themselves to you. And now it's going to go from going slow. So now it's moving fast. You're going to go from shit. Do you know what type size ring that you wear? You better know that shit. Let me say this. My divine masculine, give me like an 8.5 in a sense. You ain't got to focus on getting a big rock for this hand, because we got a lifetime after lifetime for you to replace that shit. I'm trying to tell you. See, give me an 8.5 because I ain't trying to force no shit. I want that ring to slide on my finger like butter. You heard me? When you put it on, I'm trying to tell you, you better know what type of ring size you wear. You better know where you try to get married. See, a lot of you at first, let's talk about this too. A lot of you at first said, oh, nah, I don't want... See, you could have been on two sides. One of y'all could have said you wanted a big wedding based upon who you was previously with. See, before you could have sat there and said you wanted a big event because you wanted other people to seem like you winning. Then all of a sudden, now you just want that love. Now you just happy to have your person. Now you going to be happy that you get to have your forever with this individual. So now those people who wanted a big wedding for other reasons, now you wanting something more intimate. Whereas others may have wanted something intimate at first because the partner that you was with had you settling for some shit. Told you, oh, nah, we ain't got to do all that just because they ain't have it to give. See, some of y'all now are starting to get in your divine feminine and divine masculine energy. So now you want to feel like a princess for a day. Now you want to feel like a prince for a day. Now you wanting to change certain things that you was doing based upon that person that you previously was doing it with. See, your whole mentality is changing. And you about to get what you want. So therefore, think about it. That's why I say you ain't even got to say that shit out loud. You talk to God. That's how you know that it's for you. Because the devil don't have no intuition. The devil can't see the same sights as you. The devil can only go and dress up based upon what you verbally speak and tell other individuals. So if you want to know if it's from God, if you want to know if God got that cosign, then you don't even speak that shit out. You speak that shit within. And when that person comes and presents themselves and they say everything that you was thinking, that's how you know that's your boo. That's how you know that's your crew. That's how you know that God specifically sent those individuals to you. See, you talking all day, squawking like these birds. You gonna realize that the devil would come dressed up like that. That's what happened the last time. See, we not doing that. Now you go within. Now you sit there and allow these people to speak something that you feeling within. You sit there and gonna know that God co-signed these people. You understand me? So enjoy this season. Take your ass out. Sit there. I don't care if you're going out with nobody else. You better go to a place that you feel secure, a place that you feel safe, but also go to a place that has different views. Don't be complacent. You heard me. Go out. I could tell you. Like, I'm trying to tell you, be traveling. Even if you feel like you can't. Let me tell you all this. Let me put you onto something. If you don't take your ass to Expedia and look up those packages and see that you can get a round trip as well as a hotel included with it for the low. So again, I always say this, you are limited. You thinking that there's places that you can't go. You thinking that there's places that you can't afford, and that was just your mentality. See, when I was younger, I used to think that you needed $1 million to go on a vacation because I never had been on one. Then all of a sudden I got older and I'm like, yo, this shit can be easily obtained. Again, go on that site. I don't got no affiliation with them, but I can tell you what I do. Shit, take your ass to Expedia, put in packages, put in the dates, put where you trying to go, and you're going to realize that you can get a round trip. That means the ticket there, ticket back, as well as your hotel stay for like $500 for some places. You heard me. Like, stop limiting your mind. It's time for you to raise your vibrations. Allow your ass to fly. Allow your ass to see new views. And when you connecting with your true soul tribe crew, they going to put in for that trip. So therefore, that shit don't just fall on you. But if they don't have the ability to go, that's cool. You still better make those moves. I'm trying to tell you. You see, some birds don't be flying with people. Some birds just fly dolo. When they catch up with people, cool. But if they don't, they cool too. You better sit there and think about what type of bird are you. You heard me. I love you so much. I'm going to get off of here because I do got a few readings to do. But know I'm going to upload this live later on my YouTube, so turn your notifications on. Also, please remember, I'll never reach out to you for a reading. You got to be ready to receive it because I'm not sugarcoating shit, all right? The link's in my bio. Also, again, Orlando, Florida, I broke down my event to 2 different groups, so I do have a few tickets left for June 17th, all right? So again, it's a classroom setting. I'm going to be reading the room. I'm going to give you confirmations and answer questions that you have too. Also, again, Georgia. Marietta, Georgia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, you'll already know. But July 8th. And y'all been buying up them tickets quick, and I appreciate you. I'm going to be there to read you one-on-one, all right? So I got an option for a group. If you want to do a group setting, that's cool. Where, again, I relay the message that God has me to tell you. But if you want more specifics about you and be able to ask me questions and so on and so forth, I'm telling you, I'm going to read you. I'm going to tell you certain things that you won't tell other people. That's how you going to know that I'm sent from God and that ain't the devil trying to hide. Because, again, you ain't got to tell me nothing about you. I'm going to tell you the whole time I'm trying to tell you, right? So I got the one-on-one coaching sessions. It's a half an hour. When you click the link on my bio, you're going to see, all right? So you get to select the time that you want it. So look at the time specifically and see what works for you, because that's the time I'm going to be face-to-face with that coaching session for you, all right? I love you so much. Thank y'all for all y'all's likes, y'all shares, y'all subscribes, y'all's kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. Know that I love you and I'm proud of you, all right? Y'all be great.